Hello YouTube. Regripping my clubs, and I got to the last 2 or 3 clubs and I thought, you know what, somebody else might want to know how this is done. I made them different colors. Golf Pride multi-compound grip. Gray for the drivers, the hybrids, and the woods. Blue, which I'm just finishing up here. I got 2 more wedges to do for my wedges. And red for the irons. You're going to need double-sided masking tape, so you can get that at a golf store. I just bought the strips. You can buy the 2-inch wide tape. Strips are fine. You can actually buy just, I think it's like 1/2-inch wide tape, and you just do a spiral wrap. Solvent, I mean, you could use mineral spirits, whatever you want to use. I actually bought grip solvent, so I'm going to be using that today. Scissors, you don't really need them. Straight knife, you don't really need. This knife is not ideal, but any kind of X-Acto knife will work if you're careful. You just don't want to cut into the shaft, especially if it's a graphite shaft. You can get a knife that has a hook in the end, and you can just get underneath the grip and pull it back. Some people use a T, jam it in the bottom of the grip so that when you pour the solvent in, it doesn't drip out the back, but I have a different method I'll show you. I think it works a little bit better. A piece that you put in the vise and just grips onto the golf club for you so you don't crush the shaft. And a vise. Little glass tray, catch the solvent that I don't use. You can reuse it if you can catch enough of it. So yeah, let's get started. You're gonna take your shaft clamp tool, just put it on there. Just helps to protect the shaft. Get it in your vise. If you line the top of your club up this way, it's easier to stick the grip on straight the first time, and then you can just do small adjustments after that. Don't tighten too much, or you might destroy your shaft. I don't have the hook blade, so I'm just gonna have to be very careful when cutting this, otherwise I'd be able to get that hook right under there and just pull nice and steady. But I got a sharp blade, so I'll just make sure nice even pressure, just enough to score that grip and not do any damage to the shaft. I should be able to just peel that right back. Now most people, depending on what you're looking to do with your grip, might peel off this tape here. Some people like to add extra layers of tape, make it a little bit more thick for their hands. Maybe they got a bigger grip. Looks like this might have been double taped at the front. If you did want to take this tape off, it can be kind of tricky. A heat gun works really well, and then a little bit of Goo Gone to get rid of that last residue, the adhesive. There's a scraper tool you can buy, and it scrapes it right off apparently, but it's already peeling here. I'm going to get off. Pause the video here. You don't need to see me take the tape off. Okay, got all the tape off. I'll wipe down with some soapy water. I'll make sure this is nice and clean before you start. I don't normally take the tape off. I like to build my clubs up, so I get 2 wraps, sometimes more. But in this case, I actually bought the Golf Pride multi-compound grip, and it's the 4-wrap version, the +4. So, I mean, it's already a really thick club. I don't need to build it up anymore. So that's nice and clean and dry. This is just your double-sided tape. You want to overhang it at this end here by about 1 inch. And that's just so that you can twist up the end, push it into the end of the shaft. It just stops any water from getting down there, or just anything from getting in dirt. Give that a twist at the end and push it in. Protects that side. Grip. So this is my little trick. A lot of people like to take the grip and they plug the bottom with a T, and then they pour the solvent in the top, shake it up, pour a little bit over the tape just to get the goo going here, and then jam it on. I have a better idea. Just cover the hole with your finger and shake it all up, and then use the hole to control. It says solvent worked right in. Slide her on. Try to start by sliding it on as straight as possible. The solvent should make it move nicely. Just make sure you get it right down to the back. Get it roughly where you want it. Give it a few taps on the ground. Check it out. You want to move it just a little bit. Do it now while it's wet. Should be no problem. If you wait too long and let it dry, you're not going to move those grips. There we go. Perfect. All right. Simple. That's how you regrip your clubs.